Hello, my name is Christie Arkovich, and I am a student loan attorney in Tampa, Florida. I was looking at Twitter just a moment ago, and I see a lot of folks talking about where they've already spent the money. In other words, you got student loan payments restarting here in October, following the pause being over with here at the end of September. And folks are saying that they already spent the money and that there isn't any funds left to make a student loan payment, and they're considering defaulting. Or at least going into delinquency. And so someone commented about the ramp up process, and I just wanted to comment on what that is real quick and why I don't recommend that someone take that. Ramp up is sort of what I'm calling a soft start. In other words, if someone cannot afford to restart payments come October on their federal student loans, the ramp up period is allowing for the federal government to not negatively impact someone's credit history on their credit reports, and also to not refer it to a collection agency. So it just kind of puts it on hold, for 12 months or so. The problem is that interest will start accruing as of September 1. And that is the biggest problem of why we are where we are today, is the interest accrual. During our consultations, or what we call strategy sessions, where we go over specific loans that a borrower has, as well as solutions and going forward, most folks, or many folks, are talking about, well, the cost of interest is just so high, and I'm not making any headway, and I'm really afraid of these income-driven plans because the balance will continue to get bigger. Now, over the years, that has been a concern. Some of the plans tried to fix that. Repay, for instance, revised pay-as-you-earn, allowed for an interest subsidy for the first 3 years, as well as basically a waiver of a portion of the interest, but it wasn't enough because interest continued to grow. And so for someone who had a period of time where they weren't making that much money and they needed to go on income driven, they were afraid that when their income rose and it became time for them to actually make P&I, principal and interest payments, that the balance would be that much bigger at that time, maybe 5 or 10 years down the road. And so they were fearful of going into income driven, knowing that that is a potential of what could happen as interest accrues and snowballs, particularly as it capitalizes. So what we see here with the interest subsidies that are presented by SAVE, which is the new announcement by the Biden administration last week, where they're basically revising yet again Repay and now calling it SAVE, which I do have a second video specifically about what SAVE is. But essentially you have an interest subsidy, whereas if someone's payment under SAVE is not enough to pay the interest, the government is agreeing to waive all of the interest going forward. And so that means that the balance under no circumstances will ever get larger. So really, what is the penalty for going on SAVE? I would strongly recommend that someone consider addressing their student loans, maybe take advantage of SAVE or other governmental programs that have now been fixed, instead of going into delinquency under this on-ramp or soft start program. In that event, the balance will only snowball and get larger and be that much of a larger problem next year. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, try to save some money. Make sure you take advantage of this interest subsidy. At least look into SAVE. If you have more questions, a good way to reach us for our strategy session is by emailing us at info@christiearkovich.com, and our office number is 813-258-2808. We offer these free videos. If you liked and have learned something by watching these videos, please subscribe. It helps me, want to do these things and research the laws and all the changes. And it helps more people see the videos and get free advice. So thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great day.